Okay, today we're going to do multiples versus factors. Okay, today we will work on the left-hand side doing multiples, and then we will move over back to the factor side, not to confuse you. So, we're going to talk about multiples, and you can have your highlighter out and you can highlight what I highlight. A multiple is a whole number that is found by multiplying that number by any other whole number. Multiplying. Multiplying. So let's look at our first question that we have here. What are the first 10 multiples of 4? So really what you're doing is counting by 4. So I'm going to put this up here. Counting by that number. So here we're counting by 4. So 4, what would come next? 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 40. Oh, sorry, 36 and 40. Okay, so each one of these is 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5, 4 times 6, 4 times 7, 4 times 8, 4 times 9, and 4 times 10. Those are the first, that's multiples. So, let's look at more that we have here. Now we're going to talk about common multiples. So a number that is a multiple of 2 or more multiples is a common multiple. So go ahead and take your highlighter and highlight that. 0 is not considered a common multiple. 0 is not considered a common multiple. The least common, the smallest number that is a common multiple of a set of numbers is called the least common multiple. So once you find the number that's the lowest, that's in common, that's the least common multiple, or LCM of that set of numbers. So let's do this example here. Okay, so what is the least common multiple of 4 and 6? So we're going to write the multiples of 4 and 6. Now usually you can do 4 and 6 are going to be easy numbers to identify, but usually I would write the first 10 multiples. Okay, so let's write 4 again. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. Okay, so now let's do it out of the 6's. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. Remember that this is 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 6, and so on. Okay, so let's circle all of the, or we can highlight. Let's highlight all the common multiples. So we have 12 here.
Students, can I have your attention, please?
So we have 12 here. We have 12 here. Let's see, 24, 24, okay. 30, no, wow, oh, 36, 36. Okay, so now what we're going to do is so we've got all the common multiples, but now we're trying to find the least common one. So I'm going to put a triangle around that one, and that one is 12. So we're going to, down here, our least common multiple is 12. Okay, now we're going to talk about factors. Okay, we just talked about multiples, now we're going to talk about factors. A factor of a whole number is any whole number that divides the first number evenly, no remainder. A number that is divisible by its factor because they divide evenly into the number. The factors of a number are less than or equal to a number. So the numbers of a factor, so in a factor, it will go factor times factor equals product. So they are the numbers that are multiplied by each other to get the product. So here we're saying, what are the factors of 15? So we're going to think 1 times 15 will get me 15. 3 times 5 will get me 15, and there aren't any other ones. Okay, so let's talk about greatest common factor. A number that is a factor of 2 or more numbers is a common factor. So you can have numbers that have common factors. Of those numbers, the greatest number that is a common factor is called the greatest common factor, obviously, and that's called the GCF. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to list the greatest common factors of 15 and 9, or find the greatest common factor. So if we look here, we said above 1 times 15, 3 times 5. 9 would be 1 times 9, and then 3 times 3. We only need to write 3 once. So we're going to look here. What is the greatest common factor? So let's highlight all the common ones, and then let's look back to see the greatest ones. So I see a 3 and a 3, and I don't see any more. So I'm going to put a triangle around the 3's. And my greatest common factor is 3.